Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for coming. And to all of you that have been watching and supporting the channel, I appreciate it. So today we do not have a ton going out, only about $275 on eBay. And we also had some Poshmark, Facebook, and Mercari sales that I will show you as well. That is part of reselling. There are ups, there are downs, and you just gotta take what it throws at you and keep on going. So let's take a look at what sold. Up first over on eBay was this plush rabbit, and I bought this at the thrift store for either 50 cents or $1. I did not pay much. It is a hug fun, which sells pretty decent. And this one I paid $1. It sold for $10 plus shipping. The buyer's $15.60 all in, and these go in polys and are really easy to ship. There are a lot of plush that are not worth anything, but there are a lot that are. And $10 is not a big sale, but it adds up. If you can find a bunch of plush, $10, $10, $10, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship, and not gonna break. So I definitely would keep an eye out for plush. Next, this is Richard Bachman, The Regulators. This is a Stephen King book, and I paid 50 cents for this in a book lot, and it sold for $44.99 plus shipping. The buyer's $51 all in on a book. So check books. Stephen King is definitely, I would say, one of the better that I have found. I will typically check a couple of books. If I see a book lot in a lot online on an auction, I'll look up a couple, and if I find one worth like 15 bucks and the auction is really low, I'll go ahead and buy them all. I can either sell individually if they're worth 10 bucks or more. I can lot them up, or I also can just give them away to my free people that come and pick up stuff. So it's kind of a win-win. When I used to sell books on Amazon, I had a friend who worked at the VA hospital, and she would bring my excess books to the VA library for the patients there. So if you tend to pick up stuff that you have leftovers, I would try and find an outlet like that. Either somebody that you can give it to. I like my people that I give stuff to because they come and pick everything up for me, but you could also drop it off at a local thrift store or even to like a hospital or something like that. So think of a plan if you're going to be buying lots of what you will do with all that excess inventory rather than bringing it to the dump. If you can help somebody that's in need, that is a much better option. Next, we had two sales over on the Nurse Flipper store. You don't hear much about my Nurse Flipper eBay store, which is my second store. And that is because I haven't listed on it in over 8 months. So sales are very sporadic on there. I did sell this Cormayer, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is a skiing pen. This one sold for $11 free shipping. And I also sold this Hard Rock Cafe Lisbon with the girl and the guitar for $11 free shipping as well. So with vintage pens, I would keep an eye out. Most of them will sell for at least $10. And if you're getting a whole bag of them for $1 or $2, it definitely can be profitable. And again, they're very easy to photograph. It's front and back, very simple, very fast listings. I could probably do 30 to 40 pens in 1 hour, and you can make a lot of money from that. Up next, this sold on Facebook, and there's always one or two things that sell right away whenever my mom comes over cross-posting. This little bowl has been sitting on eBay for months with no sales. Mom is going through, she's actually, I think, through about 1,600 of my 2,500 listings are cross-posted at this point. So this one sold almost immediately for $10 plus shipping. And this is just a little noodle bowl. You can find these a lot for like 50 cents or $1 at the thrift store. And if they're colorful, I have found that they sell pretty decent. Up next was a Goodwill purchase. So I feel like I see stuff like this all the time in Goodwill, and this might fit in a number 7 box. I might get lucky. Otherwise, we're going to have to find something to put it in. And this one sold for $14.99 plus shipping. The buyer's $26 all in, and I paid $2.99 for this at Goodwill. Up next is another one of my kangaroo tunics with the pockets. This one sold for $16.87. Free shipping. Shipping will only be about $4 on that. We paid $2 for it in a QVC pallet. So we will make about a $10 profit. I will tell you guys, I've been very lucky that my sales have continued. And I believe that's because I have 2,500 items listed. I have not been listing like I normally do because I am trying to move inventory out into the shed, get it organized. Up next, we have a incense box. Oh, I can still smell the incense. And I wonder, there's something in here. Oh, a little holder. So I'm probably just going to let them have that holder. Don't think I listed it individually, but this is just a carved incense box that is made of wood. I got this in a lot for under $1. It sold for $8 plus shipping. The buyer's $20.25 all in. Incense burners, candle wax burners, if they are decorative or like the owl ones, if you can describe them and keyword them properly in your title, they will sell whether they are branded or not. Up next is one of my glove dryers. If you did not see yet, I got a whole pallet of these. I am less than $1 into each. This one sold for $12.50 plus shipping. The buyer's $25 all in, and we'll make about a $10 profit, but I am really glad to see these going. I'll throw a picture up because I haven't pulled it. It's actually right there on my shipping shelf, but I don't feel like getting it, so you know. I do want to take a moment to say you will probably be watching this on a Friday, so I hope you guys have had a great week. Definitely think about subscribing if you are not. Turn the bell notification on so you can see when I put out new content. And some of you might already know Kayla, who is one of my best friends on YouTube, as well as we talk on the phone and we talk outside of YouTube. She is the homeschooling picker, and she unfortunately had a horrible flood to her basement this week, and that includes her unlisted inventory, some listed inventory. Her family's personal belongings got flooded. So if you have not seen this yet, please consider buying Kayla a coffee. If you don't know, buy me a coffee is not technically a coffee. It is pretty much a tip or a donation to your content creators, and it has one of the lowest commission fees to us of any platform. They do not take very much at all. So please consider buying Kayla a coffee and helping her out with her flood, and hopefully to get more inventory, and whatever she has to replace it was her family's. Up next, this is a Linux The Village. We haven't seen one in a week or so, but this one is an octagon one. This one sold for $25. I am about $10 in, so about a $12 profit. The buyer's $42.54 all in on that. I've shown this before, and a lot of the pieces sold for over $100 from this set, so make sure you remember that pattern. Up next are some Talbots. These are pure silk, size 6, and these sold for $8 plus shipping. The buyer is $14.36 all in on these. I paid less than 50 cents in an online clothing lot. Next, and this kind of surprised me, this sold over on Poshmark. This is a Calphalon. The ring light's really weird in that one. there's what it looks like. Paid $1.99 for this at the thrift store. It sold for $20 plus shipping over on Poshmark. So watch out for lids. If they're branded, look them up because replacement lids sell very well. Up next is a scarf. So this is an unbranded scarf. Oh, I lied. I thought it was unbranded. It says something. I don't know what it says though. I don't think I could read whatever that says. Mackenzie Farrar, maybe? I don't know. But I paid less than $1 for this. It sold for $10 plus shipping. The buyer's $15.03 all in. Up next, this is Noritake Progression. There is your sign. This is Sunnyside. I paid $1 for this at the thrift store. This one sold for $11.49 plus shipping. The buyer's $32.98 all in. This is probably going to be a 3-pound package. Up next, this is an empty perfume bottle of Evening in Paris. I paid less than 50 cents for this, and it sold for $12.49 plus shipping. The buyer's $19.74 all in, and this empty bottle of perfume sold in under a week, and it's over a $10 profit. Again, easy to photograph front, back, and I do photograph the bottom of my perfume bottles because a lot of times the size is there, and the empty ones can sell, especially if they're different colors. Like this is a really pretty cobalt blue, so keep an eye out even if they're in very heavy thing. Let me get it. Ugh. This thing was very heavy. Very heavy. There's the bottom. If it's upside down, oh well. It's made in China. I did not notice the made in China when I picked that up. I paid $20 for that, and it actually sold on Facebook for $40. Happy to get it. That was an extremely bad buy. I was thinking it was La Crusade, and I saw it at a garage sale. I sent Brad back in to pick it up, and I should not have got it. That's super heavy, and hopefully I don't get hit with extra shipping fees, but I'm glad it's going. It was taking up a lot of space. As far as the shed, and I will try to put some footage after this, all of the stuff behind me needs to get moved out. The desk I'm sitting at now will be no longer, it will, I don't know if I'll sell it or just give it away, but it will be gone. I ordered my new desk thanks to Desiree and her coffees that she bought me, and hopefully that will be here by the end of the week. And I'm really hoping by Monday, our next busy shipping day, that we will be shipping out of the shed. Brad wired my plugs for me today so I can plug stuff up, and yeah, I need to try and get the shipping stuff out. Might try and bring some out today. I'm not 100%, but you will have already seen the progress I've made up to this point. And it's nice to have a dining room table and a laundry room that you can actually walk through versus stacked full of stuff. So I'm trying to get more organized. I hope it kind of encourages you guys to do the same. This is now take 3 for me. The first time I forgot my microphone. The second time I penned my microphone on and didn't turn it on. And this is the third time. So I'm going to show you the Friday sales of what sold over on eBay, also a Facebook Marketplace and Mercari, as well as a Poshmark sale. So first up, this is a calico pamphlet. So I love selling ephemera. I do want to caution you, this is not fast selling. The crazy thing about this is that there were 2 calico items. I'm going to show you the other one here in a minute that sold in one day, and I've had them for 8 months. They did not go to the same buyer. So it makes me wonder if maybe there was something on TV about Calico the Ghost Town that got people searching on eBay for kind of like souvenirs from there. And yeah, so 2 sold. I love selling ephemera, and I don't take pictures of the inside of these for my listing. I just do front and back. They might sell a little faster if I showed some of the cool stuff inside, but when I'm listing ephemera, I'm going fast. It's like front, back, done. And I do have some more modern, like touristy brochures and pamphlets listed on my big cartel store. Sorry guys, it's early. So I am up early today on Friday because I won a few lots, and by a few I only mean 3, which for me is really good, from an online estate auction. It's about an hour away, and on the way to that is this really cool state park that it's almost like a zoo. It has a ton of animals, and Dalton hasn't been to the zoo since he, I think, was 1, and he's 2.5 now. So I'm really excited to take him. We're going to leave early to take Dalton to the park, and then we will go pick up our estate auction items, and I might stop at an estate sale on the way back. So I have pulled all the items, and I think I'm gonna let Brad sleep in because he was up late. He wasn't feeling good. So this calico pamphlet sold for $6.37 plus shipping. The buyer is $11 $4.33 all in. And these we do sandwich in cardboard, and then we put them in an envelope. And these are great if you're in a smaller house or don't have a bunch of storage room, because you can get a lot of little ephemera items that don't take up much space. Next, this is Le Fleur. I actually showed this in the last video and I realized that I had pulled the wrong little bottle. So this one I paid less than $1. It sold for $12.49 plus shipping. The buyer is $19 all in. If you see little sample perfumes or small perfume bottles and they're cheap, I pretty much will pick them up without looking them up, because almost all of them will sell for at least $10 and some sell in the hundreds. So keep an eye out. Again, small item, easy to list, easy to ship. And make sure with perfume that you send it ground, or you mark it for ground transportation only if you're sending it first class, because of the alcohol content. They're not supposed to fly, which means no international sales either. Up next, this is the first of the Porsche cabin air filters. This is one of the items that I got in my pallet buy. I'm less than $1 in. I got a whole pallet with probably 200 of these for $65. So about 30 cents in. This one sold for an offer of $11 free shipping. It is light, it's under a pound, so we'll make about a $5 profit on that. So I'm glad that they are starting to sell. Up next is this cute little bird. It's very pretty. It's got awesome like blues and purples. You will see knickknacks and stuff like this a lot at garage sales, also estate sales, and like Goodwill and thrift stores. So this is Andrea, and it's Andrea by Satic, and I feel like I see this stuff a lot. There is what the base looks like. So it sits on the little base. I paid less than $1 for this, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. The buyer is $32.21 all in. We will make about a $15 profit on that. If you see little knickknacks with animals, a lot of people collect stuff of certain animals. So if they're cheap, I would pick them up, photograph them well, keyword them well. By that, I mean like this, I could put like bluebird, porcelain, tree branch, flower. You want to think of anything that they might search for when you're making that title. And then up next is another ephemera item, and this one sold for a pretty good price. I am, again, less than $1 in. Don't forget, I do have those lots with the pamphlets and brochures listed in my big cartel store. I think in the description below it says for the journals that I'm selling now, but my big cartel store also has big packets of more modern brochures and pamphlets. So this one is like kind of like an informational about London that was put out by British Airways. I could not find a comp of this anywhere, so I looked for British Airways souvenirs. They were selling pretty good, so I did price high. I had it at $25. I received an offer of $22 plus shipping, and I accepted the buyer's $27.91 all in on this little pamphlet. This is Calico again, the ghost town. And like I said, they did not go to the same buyer. I looked because I've had these up for months. They didn't sell. And then all of a sudden 2 Calico souvenirs sell in the same day. But like I said, maybe something came out on TV or social media and made people want to search for it. So originally you can see this is a quarter. It says a quarter plus 1. Not sure what that means, but this is like a little booklet. It's a 56-page booklet about the history of Calico from 1952. I am less than $1 in. Was listed for about 8 months, and it sold for $9.99 plus shipping. The buyer's $15.24 all in on next. And I feel like these are all over the place and not paid attention to. So this is Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. This one's not one of the ones worth a ton, but this did sell for $40 plus shipping. The buyer's $47.79 all in. I picked this up at the flea market for $5. I picked up 2 of them, so I still have another one listed. I have seen and I've sold some of these closer to $100. This one's in great shape, as you see. There are like a little strings, but if you look at the pages, this one is excellent condition, and it is from 1950. $153. So keep an eye out for the checkered pattern Better Homes and Garden New Cookbook. And if they're cheap, I would pick up any of this type of like binder next. I am going to pop it up there. This is 2 aluminum vintage lawn chairs. Paid less than a couple bucks for these. They sold for $54.99 plus shipping. The buyer's $120 all in. These vintage aluminum lawn chairs are all over the place. They're at garage sales and estate sales all the time. A lot of times, I actually saw some last week. They weren't even for sale. They were thrown in the yard. So you can get these for like $1 or $2 quite often, I feel like. And we will make about a $45 to $50 profit on these 2. They did take about 6 months to sell, but that's still a great profit. The big thing is finding a box. Luckily, they're not very breakable. So the hurdle that you have to overcome is finding a box to fit these in, but they don't take like a ton of packaging. It's just find a big box, put them in it, and ship them out. So I will show you a Facebook Marketplace sale. This one just sold this morning. This was in my estate lot of like a trade jewelry lot. I didn't even pay $20 for all of it, and this one hair clip sold for $25 plus shipping on Facebook Marketplace. So to describe this, I put like brown flower, rhinestone. This is an alligator clip. And yeah, sold in less than a week on Facebook Marketplace. So over $20 profit on a hair barrette. And then this is the last of my Millefiori vases. I will tell you, one of the buyers that bought one of these over on Mercari that I showed you in the last video are trying to return it. They said they thought it was a 20-inch vase. A 20-inch vase like this is worth probably $1,000. So they have lost their mind. And the other buyer on Mercari that bought one of these last week was very happy and pleased with it. So I think this buyer kind of isn't aware of how much this stuff costs. So I'm actually fighting the return on Mercari because in their return reason, they put that I stated it was 20 inches. And I went and looked, and if I had mistyped, I would have accepted the return. However, I did not. The description clearly says it was 2 inches, not 20. And I'm kind of interested to see if Mercari will side with me and make them keep the item. So this one sold for $48. I paid about $5, and we'll make over a $40 profit. So again, look for this Millefiori glass. It sells for very good money. If you find bigger pieces of this, it is worth a lot of money. That is going to wrap everything up. I'm going to edit this video for you so I can get on the way to the park to see some animals with Dalton. And I also I'm going to pick up my auction stuff, maybe go to an estate sale. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I do appreciate you watching. Don't forget, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, I will be doing another sourcing live. So if you have not joined the membership on my channel, definitely check it out. And I will see you guys on Sunday with a video. And don't forget, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are live with a reseller show, and we do chatting and we take questions, and it is just a fun time to hang out. So I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye.